Hello there, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having yourself a great day. I'm doing all right. I had a very bad night. I woke up, I think it was like 4 or 5 a.m. and I was in severe pain in my neck and down through my shoulder. It's swollen way up on here. I have a bunch of collapsed vertebrae in my neck and I think they're getting worse. I actually just messaged my doctor to see if I can get they're doing a CAT scan, an MRI of my brain, and I asked if they could include my neck because it's getting really bad, I think. I've been putting off neck surgery for a long time. I don't want to do it because it's a long recovery, and I don't know that it's guaranteed to help me, whatever they do. So, and then there's always a risk of not making it. So, it's more complicated for me also because I'm on blood thinners and stuff, so I have to stop blood thinners on any surgery I do and do injections into my stomach, which really sucks. But I don't know. I don't want to have to give up painting and drawing because I'm having an issue because I constantly have my head down like this all the time to paint. And even though I shouldn't be doing it, and my wife always tells me to stop, I just can't. It's the only thing that keeps me sane. Other than doing these videos, I don't want to give up drawing. It's been my life, so I'm gonna try keeping on till I can't anymore. And it does make me happy, and I have so many things I still want to do. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop being a downer. Today we're gonna check out the Cinderella book by Pierre Lambert. I did this video in the past, but it didn't work. I didn't realize the entire video was blurred. I gotta check this one to make sure it wasn't. I have a different camera now, and hopefully it all came across fine. It's not as big as the old books. Pierre Lambert books used to be like really wide and fantastic books. They all are. These still are nice, just not as nice, and they are cheaper too than they used to be. But if you're trying to get the original old ones, they can be expensive. I've seen them up to $1,000. So I have almost all of them. And today, like I said, we're going to look at the Cinderella book. And then, yeah, hope you enjoy books, I'll share some more with you. But for now, let's go ahead and check out the Cinderella book. Alrighty, so here we go. Going to take a look at this Pierre Lambert Cinderella book. And as you can see, it is not in English. He is a French author. And I did this book preview in the past, but unfortunately the entire video is blurry and I didn't realize it when I uploaded it. So I'm going to try again. The beginning of the book is mostly just a bunch of stuff about the movie and the process and such. There's a painting. A lot of these paintings are either from the Disney archive or personal collections, other collections that were from auctions online and such. These books, his newer stuff, unfortunately, due to the prices, I guess, and printing and everything else, have gotten smaller. This is like a 12 by 12 book. The other ones were much bigger, and they included animation cell on usually the front few pages. They no longer do that in these. As I mentioned, there's a lot of stuff that I cannot read. It's quite a bit, actually. All the way up to 34 pages is just stuff about Cinderella or the author. But I can't read it because I don't read French. I'm just mostly here to show you the pictures. So most of them, like I said, some of them are archive images from backgrounds, concept art. These are probably, yeah, these are by Mary Blair. These are concept artwork. And although she was an artist for a lot of things, you don't really see her artwork in movies that much. She just kind of was a concept person for the most part. But she did beautiful work. These here are cell setups. Let's see, these are from the Animation Research Library. Like I said, they're mostly that. I'm trying to keep these flat so you don't get a glare and you can actually see the pictures. And these early things are storyboards. This is storyboard artwork, and just sketches on trying to decide on colors for the outfits, which they would do a lot. They would do a character and then try putting them in all different color clothing to see which color combinations worked the best. Even though Cinderella is very popular in the fact that it's the main, castle at Disney and such, in an early movie for Disney, but I never really liked the movie. I'll be honest, I have not watched this movie in a very long time. I always did like the mice. I used to draw them when I was younger. And here is a model sheet. This is given to each animator so they continue all trying to draw the same style, so it doesn't look, if you had all different artists doing different styles in the movie, it definitely would not work out. So they have to all follow a story guide, character guide, I should say. And these are some of the concepts. It's crazy how much artwork is done for a movie to get an idea of what they're going to do and what the characters look like, but so much of it is not ever seen, so I do like these books for that. There's some really beautiful artwork that sadly never sees the light of day and is probably all stuck in Disney archives that you don't see, or in someone's personal collection. Well, these are just production backgrounds, and then they lay the animation cell over them. And originally, the first early animation, that like very far back, they drew on paper and just used those drawings. They would take camera shots of them, and there were no animation cells. Lucifer, kind of a crazy name. It's the Satan cat. But yeah, I actually had to paint an animation cell for someone once. I used to do cells for people. I love traditional animation, and that's what I used to do a lot. I would do commissions or just do for fun or myself. I haven't done any in a long time. I don't think I need to try. I would like to try doing some because I have two big rolls of animation cell that I've never used, and would like to get some use out of it. And then these are glass plates probably, or something like it. They're laid in layers and the camera pans through to make a 3D effect. Those are some giant paintings. And then these are some model sheet drawings of the character. But yeah, I'll have to go back and watch this movie. It's, like I said, it's been a while. Hope I'm not going too fast for you. I had a problem the other day with my camera overheating, and I didn't want that to happen again. So I'm trying not to take too long. But this has a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see, or the original idea and the final product. It's pretty cool. There's very rough early sketches, and then the final production. It's nice and clean. And this is a panoramic cell, which they would pan the camera across usually. Normal animation cell was 12 field, and then 16 is a wider animation cell. And then they have really long panoramics sometimes. You can still find old panoramic or just animation cells from a lot of your, if you grew up in mine, the early 80s animation stuff for Saturday morning and all that. You can find a lot of that on eBay. I have thousands of Ewok animation cells. I'm going to share those in another video and give some away. This is probably more of a pan. And they tell you the sequence that it's in. And like I said, this is a pan that they would go slowly, the camera going back up or down. And again, there's a very wide one where they would have to scan across. Same with this one. I love that they have a little hole where they live in there. I have almost every single one of his books. I think there's a few maybe I didn't. At the end of this video, I will leave a link to my other reviews. They're all gorgeous books. I'm more of a visual person. I don't like reading books, especially now I can't because of my vision, so I listen to audio books. I do my best to learn something new every day. But yeah, there's really not too much exciting stuff from this movie. I love the Sleeping Beauty one. It has some gorgeous art in it. Ivan Earl did the background art. If you ever get a chance, check out his work. It is absolutely beautiful. Around Christmas time, I'm going to review his book again of his Christmas cards. Before he became a famous artist for Disney, he used to do Christmas cards to get by and make money, and all of them are absolutely beautiful. It says it's a record of every single one. The book is very heavy. I think it weighs 18 pounds. But yeah, we'll do that one closer to Christmas time. Actually, I probably should shoot it soon, so I'm ahead. This is already at the end of the movie. But a lot of the stuff, like I said, you don't see this. This is Mary Blair. You never really see her. It's more of a childish type of art, and you don't usually ever see it in the actual movie, but she did contribute a lot in regards to ideas, layouts, and all that stuff, character design, mostly costume and such. And this is the one where her dress turns raggedy into a beautiful dress. And there's a production cell. That'd be worth a lot of money. Same with that one. And there's the pencil drawing of her. And here's some more. I think this, yeah, it's Mary Blair. You can always tell Mary Blair art. And near the very end, that's a lot of line work. And it's sad that all this time spent on some of these things that you never see. I'm not sure. That's production, it says. But there's more Mary Blair. You don't see that, but it gives you the idea. She came up with a lot of ideas for the movies. She was actually fired at one point. At some point I want to do, and then she came back. That happened to a lot of Disney animators. I probably should do videos on each different animator and stuff that were well known and some that weren't, that deserve more exposure. And this reminds me of the animation cells I just showed you from Nemo and Slumberland. There's the throne. There's their house. Fancy bed. The evil stepmother. And looks like that. This is the very end. Like, I haven't watched this movie in a long time. I'm trying to remember what all happened in this. There's always like an evil stepmother or other relative or someone there's always a villain in everything that Disney has. And I'll tell you, after listening to books about Pinocchio and all that stuff, those things were crazy violent. Jiminy Cricket gets killed, and then Peter Pan, all the Lost Boys get killed, and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy drastic, and what a different direction Disney obviously went. So that would be a horrible child memory, and this is pretty much the end, I believe, yes. So that is it. Like I said, these books aren't quite as fun and entertaining as the old ones that I have done in the past, so if you're interested in books, definitely make sure you go back and watch those older ones. I greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please thumbs up this video. I greatly appreciate it. Share with your friends. And as always, I'd like to wish you a magical day. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.